Hey!
Yo 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious.
Good morning.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is?
Hump Day.
Damn, no sound effects? Lord have mercy. What's going
You
on?
said the computer froze. Computer froze.
Day?
There we go.
Good morning. How y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here. Another day to serve our beautiful listeners. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Man. It's a Wednesday, middle of the week. How you feeling? How you feeling, Jess?
I feel good.
You good?
Yep, I am good. Yo, look, right. So this is Tubi movie I was watching yesterday.
Oh, boy,
it is so
of course.
crazy.
Go ahead. But no, because you're a Tubi fan.
Because I am. Don't play with me. And we on Tubi.
You right.
So don't play with me
You right.
like that. But
Touché.
yes, yo, you on Tubi too.
I said, okay, touche.
All right. On a couple shows. Don't be playing. So look, it's this movie, yo. Oh my God, I forgot what it's called. Oh my God, no, it's called Your Mother Something. It's so good though, yo. Oh my God, I had it in my mind, but I forgot. Sometimes
What is
the
it
Tubi
about?
movies
It clearly
be
ain't that good if you
No,
can't
for
remember the
real,
title of it.
Sometimes the movies be so good you forget the title.
What is it about?
It's about somebody mother, yo, the lady.
The title is called Your Mother Said Pay Your Bills. It's the first of the damn month, okay? Today is October 1st. Y'all better have y'all goddamn rent
That's
and
right.
y'all light bills and, everything else that need to be paid is due today.
It's called Ocean's View. I'm sorry. It's about a girl her mother was on crack or whatever, right? And so she was a prostitute too, and she grew up to be like her mother because her mother put her in that profession or whatever, right? And then her mother just left her with one of the Johns, just left her, straight left her, or whatever. And he raised her, but then he got killed. And so she maneuvering through this prostitution world or whatever, looking for her mother. Her mother name was Cece. By the way, Cece played a real good crackhead. They all from Detroit or whatever, and it was so good. I don't want to give it all away, but it was so
it's
good.
Detroit. It's one of those Detroit movies.
Yes, a
Okay.
real Detroit-based movie, and it's so good, y'all. Y'all gotta
Detroit-
watch it. It's called Ocean's View. The girl was called Oceans. It's about prostitution.
Okay.
So-
Detroit definitely does some of the best Tubi movies.
They
Yeah.
do,
Yes.
yo. I love it. So, same then.
Ocean View sound like a movie that Delulu Poppington would be starring in. That Dash, a.k.a. Delulu Poppington, would be starring in Ocean View.
up, yo.
as he
Jet
looks-
ski going
as he-
mad slow.
Yes, as he looks from a rented view and does Chat GPT legal letters to people.
No,
Jesus.
stupid. This one is better. Ocean's View.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Earthquake will be joining us this morning. Comedian Earthquake. He has a new Netflix special. It's called Joke Telling Business. And we'll talk to him in a little bit. We got front page news with Mimi. And she'll be breaking down everything that's going on with the federal government. Will it be shut
Lord
down?
have mercy, man. Oh, my God.
Donald
Yeah,
Trump and more Donald Trump. I'm sorry. All right.
Damn.
Mimi got all that when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, let's start off with some quick sports. Now, yesterday, the Indiana Fever lost to the Aces.
No, they didn't.
I said
Oh.
lost to the Aces. 107-98. Now, yesterday also was some baseball news.
No, hold on. I stayed up and watched that game last night. That was a fantastic game. It went into overtime, man. Drop on the clues bombs for the Las Vegas Aces. South Carolina's own Asia Wilson, her and Jackie Young balled out. I think they were the first duo in WNBA history to score 30 points in a playoff game together.
Oh, that's why you stayed up, because it was your people's playing.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm a WNBA fan, but I definitely like watching the Las Vegas Aces.
Yeah, so they will be taking on the Mercury in the 2025 WNBA Finals. Now, in baseball, of course, it's the wild card. Tigers beat the Guardians 2-1. Cubs beat the Padres 3-1. The Red Sox beat the Yankees. That was surprising yesterday, 3-1. And Dodgers beat the Reds 10-5.
Hey, as loud as Dominicans are, how come it feel like baseball be such a quiet sport? I don't even be knowing baseball beyond. It's the playoffs, you said?
Yeah, it's the playoffs. Yeah, it's quiet into the playoffs. Playoffs. I mean, it's on everywhere now. I don't know how you missed it.
I don't know. Dominican be quiet lately.
I don't know. I haven't heard much about baseball either.
Really?
I usually hear more about it. Yeah.
Nah,
But you Dominican, Envy, so in your circle it's very, very loud.
Here's a
Oh
claim.
my goodness. Well, the Mets, everybody expected the Mets to do well, like way better than they were, and they were eliminated, so people were, stressed out and pissed off about the Mets, but the Yankees are busted ass. Well, they were until last night, but we'll be back. What's up, Mimi?
Good morning, NB, Jess, Charlamagne. How y'all doing this morning?
Hey, girl.
Peace, Mimi.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so it's official. The government shut down overnight. Lawmakers missed the deadline, and now the clock is ticking on just how long this will last. Now, with no short-term spending deal, Washington is closed for business. At the center of this fight, Democrats want to extend Affordable Care Act subsidies, which help more than 24 million Americans afford health insurance. They're also resisting cuts to Medicare and Medicaid included in President Trump's so-called Big Beautiful Bill. Now, Republicans argued those debates should wait and instead push a clean funding bill with no extras. But in the end, neither side gave in. Both proposals failed and the government shutdown began. Now, this is the fourth shutdown of the century, the first since 2019. That one dragged on for 35 days, the longest in U.S. history. And President Trump has already signaled that this one could be even tougher. His administration has ordered agencies to furlough workers, and he's threatened that some of those layoffs could become permanent. Now, yesterday at a press conference in the Oval Office, the president, he is turning up the pressure, saying he could also slash government programs during the shutdown. Let's listen to that.
We can do things during the shutdown that are irreversible, that are bad for them and irreversible by them, like cutting vast numbers of people out, cutting things that they like, cutting programs that they like. We can do things medically and other ways, including benefits.
I truly think it's a disgrace whenever the government shuts down. When political parties can't agree on something as basic as a budget, to keep the government running, what does that say about our elected officials? That they don't care about our government programs, that they don't care about, things like your health care, like they don't care about these federal workers, not having employment. Like, what does that say about them?
Yeah.
On both sides of the aisle.
On both sides of the aisle and the everyday people. So President Trump, he didn't say which benefits he's alluding to, but to your point, Charlamagne, let's talk about what's at stake. So millions of federal workers are now caught in the middle of the shutdown. They are still required to show up for duty, but without a paycheck. That includes TSA agents, air traffic controllers, the military, even federal prison guards. They'll eventually get paid, but right now they're working for free. Museums, parks, even some veteran services will close their doors. Student loan payments are still due. Interest will keep piling, and forgiveness application could face delays. And here's the other part that's frustrating a lot of people. While families are missing paychecks and services are stalling, members of Congress will still receive their pay because the Constitution protects their salaries. So
don't call me essential if you're not paying me. What I'm saying?
Right.
Don't call me an essential worker if you can't, if you don't feel like I should be getting paid at the moment. Like, you want me to come to work for free while y'all figure it out? But I'm essential.
It's just crazy how this keeps happening, right? Like, if a problem keeps happening, it feels like they should do something to solve it. Long-term contracts, figure a long-term way to figure this out, where every 6 months or every 4 months we don't have to go through the same thing. Because what's really happening is people are starting to ignore it because it's like, oh, here it goes, it's happening again. They're gonna work it out later. But we need a long-term fix.
You know who not ignoring it? Them federal workers who getting furloughed, them federal workers who ain't getting no money. They definitely not ignoring it.
Nope.
Exactly. And so while Washington stays stuck, as you guys said, this is a bigger ripple effect for families, for businesses, and for the economy. But the White House now is touting a new move that it says will save Americans millions of dollars. President Trump says his administration has struck a deal with Pfizer to cut the price of many of its drugs. The discount, up to 85% on certain medicines, would be offered through a new federal website called Trump RX. The idea is to let patients buy directly from the drug maker.
What are we doing?
Skipping the insurance middleman. I know, Charlamagne, but this is what, the administration says it could launch early in 2026, and it would be open to everyone, not just Medicaid patients. To your point, the details are very thin. It's not clear whether people will be able to use their insurance or if it will be cash only. Now, Trump, he touted this yesterday as a really big announcement and promised more deals with other companies. Pfizer, in return, will get a 3-year grace period from Trump's planned tariffs on drugs made overseas. We talked about that yesterday, but experts warn the deal may not live up to the hype and caution that those same tariffs could actually be pushing drug prices up for families in the long run. So we'll have to wait and see what Trump RX looks like and how that is going to save millions of Americans money on their prescriptions.
Trump RX looks and sounds like a grift. It sounds like one of the biggest heists ever in American history. It sounds like the president of the United States and his people are going to continue to get rich while the rest of the country don't get a goddamn thing.
Well, we'll see. All right. Well, coming up at 7, a childhood favorite is making a big return. We'll tell you what classic is coming back for a new generation.
Oh my God, SpongeBob or no?
No, not SpongeBob. But
We'll get to it. Then we'll get to it next hour. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's a new day. This is your time to get it off your chest. Wake up. Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on the Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hello, this is Bianca from Atlanta. How y'all doing, Breakfast
Good
Club?
morning.
What's up,
Peace, Bianca.
Good morning. I just wanted to tap into the Tyrese Gibson incident that happened here in Buckhead not too long ago, where his dogs, 4 dogs, was actually they were dog at large running loose, and they attacked the neighbor's animal.
Are you
and
the
killed
neighbor?
it.
Are you the neighbor whose dog got attacked and killed?
Look, I ain't got enough money to live up there in Buckhead yet. So we working on it right now.
I like how you say yeah.
But-
I like
that's right.
that.
I know, me too.
Oh yeah, it's coming. I just wanted to touch on that real quick. I understand that being an animal owner in Georgia, Atlanta especially, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It requires a lot of resources, and it requires a lot of money, which a lot of people do not have right now. So also, I know that Tyrese has mental health issues, and I know that his animals, he used those animals for his mental health. That being said, I want Uncle Charla to really iterate, like, how do you incorporate what you do with mental health with people who have animals? Like, how can that tie into mental health, tie into the progression of animal care?
I don't think I quite understand your question.
Yeah, I was
What are you
confused,
saying? What's the question you're asking? Are you saying people who used animals for emotional support?
Oh, you
Hello?
say? Oh, hello? Oh, she hung up.
Damn.
I think she was saying, how do people who have mental problems take care of dogs? Is that what she was trying to say? Like, basically, he does not take care. I was confused.
Yeah, I don't understand the question.
I think basically she's trying to say, how can you help Tyrese in his mental state right now with what he's going through? His dog just killed somebody. He may have to put them down. I mean, not somebody, killed another dog. So, and she's saying him being so stressed out by that, and him may have, he might potentially have to give up his dogs or put them down or whatever.
We gave him the
How
dog,
would
yeah.
you? Oh yeah, gave him up. How would you help him on the mental health side?
That's what y'all got from what she said?
I did.
That's the
I
only
was
way to
confused.
make it make sense. I don't know.
I don't understand what she was asking me.
Me either. That's probably why she hung up. I don't know. She was probably
Damn.
hung. I don't know.
Well, feel free to call back, man.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, DJ Grumpy, Big Chocolate the Toe Sucker, how are you? Good morning, everybody. 2 quick things. First of all, tell that fat, greasy bastard Earthquake, stop eating 50 burgers a day and go on a diet. That's number 1. Number 2,
Earthquake actually look like
what
he
is
slowed down.
50
Yeah, he
Cent
is.
doing with a new TV show? What a joke, right? At one point, he was the dumbest drug dealer in New York. Now he's a crime fighter. And where the heck is Banks and Yayo? On the mic at McDonald's? Get a career back. Peace.
Yayo's around all the time. You see Yayo on Vlad TV all the time. Like, they're always on tour.
Well, Yayo is 50 Cent's hype man. So when 50 goes on tour, he's always on tour. And yes,
That's
you see him
right.
on Vlad. So you see Yayo around. And Banks just got off his own Canada tour. Banks tours actually a lot on his own. So
that's what's
I ran into Banks the other day at the airport. So Banks is always on the road. So I don't know what Big Chocolate,
And
the toe sucker
Yeah.
punk is
Who
talking about.
is that? Like, he always call up here. It's showing that they hang up. Like, why
He
is
a
he
clown.
do that?
He sounds like his last name Minaj. Listen, 50, 50, this 50 like a 100th TV show, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyway, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Keela, DJMV. Keela.
Hey, Keela, good morning. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Newark.
From Newark? What's up, Newark? Talk to us, Keela.
Okay, so for one, I want to give you guys some love. I talked to you guys last week. I love y'all. I'm so glad you answered the phone again.
Thank you, Keila.
I basically want to ask Charlamagne about the mental health thing that's happening this week in Newark.
Yes, ma'am.
Also, I wanted to share. So I'm a teacher, right? And I have a parent who I had their child last year. Who I tried everything in my power to like get extra help, and her parent tried to backdoor me, get me in trouble. Say I gave her daughter a bag that was too heavy. This year, her mother making up something different. I am so over parents just making up problems that don't matter versus focusing on things that are really serious. It's overwhelming. I got a solution for parents. She can take her daughter out of my class, and we can put another kid in my room who's willing and ready to learn.
How old are the kids?
I think that's a fair exchange.
How old are the kids?
I'm a second grade teacher,
Second grade.
and the kid told her mom that I did something that I didn't do, and I really don't be wanting to go to work, worried about children telling stories and moms believing whatever they want to hear. So when I go to work today, I got a better solution. So mom ain't got to worry, I ain't got to worry. We could just take her out of my room.
Yeah.
Kyla, so you know what's crazy? You know, in a situation like that, your son or daughter comes home and says, a teacher did this.
Yeah.
But then you talk to the teacher says, no, I didn't. Who do you believe in that point?
Well, you always got to keep in
But
mind.
my thing is,
kids
you know
do
your
lie.
child.
Yeah. I
You know what I
mean,
mean? She gonna believe
kids
your
do
child.
lie.
Yeah, but kids do lie.
Yeah. You're going to want to believe your child. You know, you got to, it depends because it goes as case by case, it's situation by situation. My kid, Ash, he was a little liar, and I knew he was a little ish starter. You know what I'm saying? So he would come home and lie on teachers. Now, Rome would believe him, but because I knew how he was, I didn't. I would have to hear both sides, you know. So kids
Exactly.
lie. I apologize about
And
that.
I'm not saying don't believe your child,
Yeah.
but you know your children.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
And I was your child teacher last year. If you really felt any way about me, as soon as you realize who your child teacher this year was, you should have immediately changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, question, ma'am. Why don't y'all like have conversations like you, the parent, and the child? And then, all y'all can just hash everything out and, whatever was said can be brought to the forefront.
It was brought to me yesterday, and I just was sleeping on it, and when you guys answered the phone, I said I'm talking about it.
No.
So it was brought to me yesterday after school, and I was just thinking, I want to be solution-oriented, right? So I was thinking of a solution.
Oh, it just happened.
And because I know the kind of parent you are, my solution is the nip it in the bud. Because I know the kind of teacher I am.
I think the solution is you, one of your supervisors, a parent, and the student having a conversation about what the student said. And if you didn't say that, then, you didn't say that.
But you heard what she said. She knows the parent.
The type
and she
of
said
parent
she
that it
knows the type
is.
of parent it is
Yeah.
having this child in her class last year. And she probably knows that the parent ain't going to want to hear it.
Yep.
It's going to be more of a headache.
It's too much rah-rah.
And now we in September. So why even deal with something?
For the whole year.
Yeah. And this happening at the beginning. Yeah, nip that in the
Yeah,
bud.
and-
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're scared
all
of the fade a little bit. Sound like you're scared of the fade a little bit. Like
You sound like a clown. She has a
scared of the
job
fade a
that
little
she
bit.
needs to keep.
Charlotte, do not have them dropping diamonds on me trying to figure out where I work at. Charlotte, there's no, I'm from North. Okay, Charlotte? Ain't nobody gonna say no fade.
But
Salute to the brick city.
But Kyla, you do know a lot of times when these students, go through things, it's a lot of times is what they're going through at home, and they're
Yes, but I'm here to help. Like, even last year, I'm here to help. Like, I gave this person personal materials to help their child throughout the summer. I'm that teacher that go that extra mile. So when you do that extra stuff, I'm deep.
All right, Kyla.
Yeah, I'm with you. You got to protect your
but
peace
when
as a
is that
teacher.
mental health expo?
Oh, it's next Saturday, October 11th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Joel and Diane Bloom Wellness and Event Center. It's a free event. We got some of the best mental health professionals in the country. Dr. Alfie Breland Noble, Debbie Brown, Jason Wilson, Dr. Jay Barnett, Dr. Rita Walker, Elliot Connie, Deontay Wilder will be there, Queen Afua will be there, and we're announcing some more people. But it's a free event next Saturday, October 11th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Yeah, I'm going to be there. Hell yeah, I'm going to be there. Yes.
Oh, I'm going to be there. I'm going to bring my daughter. I'm big on mental health. I read your book. I'm bringing my daughter. We're coming.
All right.
Thank you.
Good luck, baby.
Yeah, good luck.
Yes,
Kyla.
go to mentalwealthexpo.com to register.
Have a good one,
Mentalwealthexpo.com.
All right. Thank you, guys. I love y'all.
No problem.
All right,
Love you
Kyla.
too.
Be
That's
safe.
a real thing, yo. Teachers be dealing with a lot. Not even just elementary school, middle school, high school. Man, these kids they just get so disrespectful.
But like you said, the sad thing about it, talking to teachers, a lot of times these kids come in with problems is because they're having so many problems at home.
At home, yeah.
And they don't know how to deal with it at home, so
Yeah.
they take that anger and energy out on their classmates and teachers, which is sad. So salute to all the
I think
teachers
about
out
that.
there.
I think about that all the time because my mom, is a public school teacher in South Carolina for damn near 40 years now, maybe over 40 years. And I'm like, she used to have to deal with them badass kids, then come home and deal with me.
Oh, yes, and you bit people. I already know.
I ain't never bite nobody.
You was like a little dog, period, just running around.
What is a little dog? From Nickelodeon?
I'm sorry, dog. Y'all,
dog. I'm like, Doug from Nickelodeon?
Oh, my goodness.
That ain't no Doug used to bite people.
Bye, Charlamagne. Bye, yo.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. We got the latest with Loren coming up. What's up, Loren?
Good morning. Yes, we do.
You look so happy. What, you ain't go to court yesterday? You look happy.
Yeah, she look in
She
love.
saw both of her boyfriends yesterday.
Yeah, no, stop, boy. She look in love. Well, one of
you
them.
in love?
Yes.
You in love?
We're going to court on Friday, October 3rd. And,
y'all getting married? Which one you marrying on Friday?
I asked you to pay for the wedding and you said no, so don't talk to me about no wedding.
No, go
marriage.
to the court like a little Delaware baby mama should.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Well, first of all, I ain't got no kids and I will not just, no shade to baby moms, but I want to be married in a church and I want to be in a family and I am a wife and don't tell me that.
That's right.
Okay.
I know that's right. You better manifest.
No shade to baby moms though. I got some in my family.
Don't let them take your shine away. I said you shining right now.
I got some in my family.
I got some in my family.
I'm trying to break generational curses. That's all I'm out here doing.
I get it.
So
okay.
what we doing the latest with Loren?
The latest with Loren, so it is about court because yesterday the judge decided that he is not going to acquit Diddy of any charges.
Damn.
No new trial, and the feds are saying they want Diddy in jail for over 11 years. 11 years and a couple months. So we're going to talk about it.
Damn. All right.
It's looking rough.
We'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Lauren becoming a straight fact.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes you have facts, sometimes you have details, sometimes you have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
So yesterday, last night, the judge in Diddy's case actually submitted his decision on whether Diddy's charges can be acquitted or if he can get a new trial, and he said no. So basically what the judge is saying is that Diddy's arguments that he's making in order to ask for these things don't stand. Some of the things that he mentioned in his letter, it was a 16-page letter that he submitted in response. He talked about, the whole back and forth around like with the definition of prostitution, and he's saying what Diddy is saying doesn't stand. He also mentions the fact that Diddy's team kept leaning on, at the time that people were being transported, the intention wasn't to have sex. Remember, it was like, we just were inviting them to enjoy time with
conversation,
them. And if they decided to do that, that was their choice. The judge also he wasn't buying that as well. So the judge is saying that Diddy... The judge is saying that because of this, Diddy will have to go into sentencing and he is not going to grant any of this whatsoever. And at the same time, like right before this letter came in, the prosecutors, they've begun submitting their sentencing package. Now that sentencing package is almost 200 pages long. And in there, they say Diddy should serve 11 years and 3 months and also pay up to $500,000 in fines. And the reason why they're saying this is, well, first of all, with both of the Mann Act counts, he's looking at up to 20 years, 10
Correct.
each, right, for each count. They're saying that, Diddy's team is trying to point to, and in the letters that they submitted from all these people, trying to point to him being a changed man and, him working on himself and wanting to continue to work on himself and abide by the law and all these things. And they point directly to the apology that Diddy issued after the Cassie beating video came out. And they also mention the fight that he got into with the woman who was listed as Jane while he was waiting for all of the trial stuff to begin, like in the midst of all of that stuff, after he knew he was indicted. Now, I will say in that Jane situation, people were pointing out the fact that she got on the stand and said that she got physical with him first. But the prosecutors do use that point and they say, he bust through 5 doors at this time. This man is not somebody who's going to look at the law and abide by it because he's used to having power. There's also a letter from Cassie that was submitted yesterday, not only from her, but also her parents submitted a letter on the prosecution's behalf. Her ex-stylist and a really close friend, and also someone who was formerly a friend of Diddy's, a guy named Deontay Nash, and a few other people submitted some letters. And in Cassie's letter, she talks about a lot. One of the biggest things that she says is that she feels like her time on the stand shows why people don't really care for victims or care to protect victims. She says, the jury and all these people watched her testify about everything that happened to her, all of the beating, all of the bruises, all these things. and yet and still, there were a lot of things that Diddy's not going to have to answer to in court. But the things that he will have to answer to, these 2 counts of the Mann Act, he should. And it's an injustice to allow him to serve a lesser sentence because of anything. She talks about still having nightmares over the situations that she's been through with Diddy. She talked a little bit about the suicide attempt that she talked about on the stand as well.
Was Cassie involved with some of those as well? Like some of those, I would say, prostitutes said that Cassie reached out to them and they had things with Cassie without Diddy there, right? No,
I don't remember anything without Diddy.
I'm asking.
I do wonder if Cassie's testimony would have been received differently if Diddy was actually on trial for the domestic violence we saw him administer to Cassie.
Yes.
Yeah, and now I will say though, like I think
absolutely,
yeah, for sure. I think what she's saying is that he wasn't. She doesn't directly say this, but I inferred from what I read that it's like the RICO charges didn't stick, right? But now you have these 2 Mann Act counts, and just because the bigger charges or what people view as the bigger charges didn't stick, let's not act like something wasn't done where I was put in fear and I was, I was made to believe I had to do these things. And she says, for over a decade, Sean Combs made me feel powerless and unimportant. My experience was real and horrific, and that deserves to be considered. While the jury did not seem to understand or believe that I engaged in freak-offs because the force and coercion that the defendant used against me, I know that is the truth, and his sentence should reflect that. Should reflect the reality of the evidence and my lived experience as a victim. So that's her whole point. She says she's still having nightmares and that she's scared that if he's able to come home anytime soon, that he can retaliate. She alleges that Diddy would retaliate against her or her family members because these are things that they've experienced before.
I mean, there's nobody who saw that video and can't understand where Cassie is coming from with that letter. But I do know, I bet you Diddy sits around sometimes and says, what did I even pay Cassie for? What a waste of $30 million. She still testified against him, writing letters to keep him in, however much it was. I know sometimes he'd be like, what did I even pay her for?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's facts. Because the whole idea of the payment was so that she wouldn't go against him on court, right? And she wouldn't put out this lawsuit. But they wound up spanking him in her ass anyway.
Man.
I was going to say, I mean, we don't got to get into that now because I don't even think it matters.
But on Cassie's side, I'm sure she's traumatized, and I'm sure she has to relive this each and every day. And every time somebody talks about it, it pops up on her feed, her page, her family member. Her kids are going to get to an age where they're going to start to see it. So yeah, I'm sure it's traumatizing.
And her letter to the judge, she said she had to relocate all of her family from New York. And that is because obviously she's scared about what she's scared about what might happen to her, and once anyone's able to make something happen. So
yeah, and people, I know people like to say, oh well, she got paid, so she should be cool. That don't make that trauma go away. That don't make that fear for the individual go away.
Yeah, no, she says she's still actively working every single day to be okay. Now I will say though, the decision on the acquittal and all of that, I've been saying for probably a week or so that the judge's attitude about all of that is going to kind of tell us maybe where he's going to lean at sentencing wise. I think that is looking bad for Diddy. I was thinking maybe they would get closer to maybe 2-3 years, but now I'm kind of I don't know if the judge really believes that I think that the judge may believe that there's more time needed in this case for Diddy to really rehabilitate himself. But that's just my prediction. I don't know if you guys have any predictions of what you think is going to happen.
I don't want to bet with Loren because Loren, she got top dog law in her back pocket, so she's probably sitting around talking to the top dog law attorney about what the hell's going on.
I would say this: I was thinking time served beforehand, but I don't think that anymore.
Why not?
I just from what you've been telling us when you go to court and the attitude of the judge and what they've been saying, I don't see time served. I don't.
Me, I don't know.
Yeah,
what is it? Yeah, I don't know.
Is this on DraftKings? Is it on Prize Picks?
I'm sure it is.
It's probably on some. I don't know those
exact
sites, but it's somewhere.
Sure it is, though.
Yeah, so sentencing happens on Friday. So we're literally 2 days away from Diddy being sentenced.
What time?
10 a.m.
You gonna
Friday,
be there?
10 a.m. Yes, I am. I'm going to be there. Yes, I'm going to be there.
Yeah, I don't know what sentence Diddy is going to get, but I know one thing: it's nothing worse than being at the mercy of them people. There's nothing worse than being at the mercy of the system. But the reality of the situation is, Diddy put himself in this situation, so now you got to deal with the consequences of his actions.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated.
All right. Well, that is the latest with Loren. Now, when we come back, we got front page news. And then Earthquake, comedian Earthquake will be joining us. He has a new Netflix special, Joke Telling Business. We'll talk to him in a little bit. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Start off with some quick sports. Now, last night, the Indiana Fever versus the Aces. Aces won 107-98. Charlamagne, you stayed up for that game, right?
I did, man. It went into overtime. It was a great game. Jackie Long and Asia Wilson, South Carolina's own Asia Wilson. When I tell you they balled out last night, they were the first WNBA duo to have 30-plus points apiece in the playoffs, man. It was a great game.
Yeah, and also...
And this is actually... The Aces been to the finals 3 years out of the last 4 years.
Oh, wow.
It's their third trip to the finals in the last 4 years.
Salute to the Aces. And in baseball yesterday, of course, we're in the playoff season. The Dodgers beat the Reds 10-5. The Red Sox beat the Yankees yesterday. The Yankees had a bunch of chances to win that game and lost last night. I stayed up for that game. Cubs beat the Padres 3-1. Tigers beat the Guardians 2-1. What's up, Mimi?
Happy Wednesday. We're learning more about that unusual meeting taking place at Quantico yesterday, where Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth abruptly summoned hundreds of top generals and admirals from around the world. Now, at first, many feared it would be about loyalty tests or major shakeups. Instead, it turned into a mix of familiar talking points from Hegseth and President Trump, but with a few new warnings that are raising eyebrows this morning. Let's take a listen to some of those key moments.
I call it the N-word. There are two N-words, and you can't use either of them.
And if you don't like what I'm saying, you can leave the room. Of course, there goes your rank, there goes your future.
I don't want my son serving alongside troops who are out of shape, or in combat unit with females who can't meet the same combat arms physical standards as men. It's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon. Being a racist has been illegal in our formation since 1948. The same goes for sexual harassment. Both are wrong and illegal. But telling someone to shave or get a haircut or to get in shape or to fix their uniform or to show up on time or to work hard, that's exactly the kind of discrimination we want.
Portland, Oregon, where it looks like a war zone. Unless they're playing false tapes, this looked like World War II. San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles. We're going to straighten them out one by one. That's a war, too. It's a war from within. I told Pete we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military. Now they like to say, oh, you're not allowed to use the military. Well, that's what the oath says, foreign and domestic. Well, we also have domestic.
To our enemies, F-A-F-O.
Yo, I wish I would have seen Jess' face when she heard the two N-words we can't use.
Man.
Jess was like, is this gonna say the hell?
Well, that's one of Trump's greatest hits right there. He's been saying that for a while. That's one of his greatest lines. That's what he loves, that bar. But you know, yesterday looked, felt, and sounded like an attempt to get the military to pledge loyalty to the Trump administration. It was a play straight out of any authoritarian playbook. When you have the military on your side, you can project authority, especially on the citizens of your own country. He could use the military to suppress protests, elections, and intimidate opposition, and just to stay in power, meaning stay in office if he chooses to. That's what yesterday felt like. It felt like his first attempt at flipping the military.
Yeah, it definitely did. And I would say one other thing, too. I don't know about y'all, but to me, it feels like the days are moving slow with Trump in office.
Yeah.
Because I just look up like, how much time he got left? He still got 3 years. Like, it's moving slow as hell.
Hell yeah.
I don't think so. It feels like it's moving fast, but it don't even matter. You saying he still got 3 years. Remember what I just said?
Yeah.
That felt like he was trying to flip the military, because when you got the military on your side, you can stay in power, meaning stay in office. because you got, y'all talking about the ballot, I'm talking about the bullets. Damn.
Yeah. Well, that was a highlight reel of some of the greatest moments, or not, depending how you look at it, some of the highlight moments of what they were talking about yesterday. I think what's getting a lot of attention this morning is Trump talking about turning U.S. cities into training ground, making it clear that he wants a tougher posture against what he calls the enemy within. And so we're seeing that as he deploys the National Guard into some of our cities that we've been talking about there. So,
and basically telling them, if you don't pledge loyalty to me, I'm going to fire you. There goes your rank.
Yeah.
They go like, what are we talking about here? Like, that is textbook authoritarian strategy.
There was a lot happening there. And another wave of bomb threats that are hitting historically black and colleges and universities. On Tuesday, Morgan State, Townsend University in Maryland, Delaware State University, and Alabama A&M were all forced into emergency evacuations. Police later gave the all clear, but the threats follow a disturbing pattern that has left students and faculty on edge. So last month we talked about this. Several HBCUs, including Morehouse, Hampton, and Bethune-Cookman, department. They all face similar situations. Law enforcement has confirmed that all of those were false threats, but each one was treated as a credible threat until investigators finished their searches. Now, the Congressional Black Caucus is pressing the Justice Department and the FBI to act, calling the threats vile and stressing that protecting students is not optional, but a moral obligation.
All right, now, homecoming season coming around. Y'all better stop playing around now.
Yeah. We're seeing a lot of attacks on HBCUs there. And Jess, this is what I was talking about. So a childhood classic is making a comeback. I'm talking about Reading Rainbow. Is returning nearly 20 years after its last episode aired. The beloved PBS series, once hosted by LeVar Burton, now has a new host, Michael Threates, better known online as Michael the Librarian. He's built a huge following by sharing everyday library stories and talking openly about mental health.
Nice.
He's known for connecting with kids in a way that makes books feel like friends, which is exactly what Reading Rainbow is all about. Now, the original Reading Rainbow, it launched in 1983. It ran for 21 seasons. Its mission was powerful but simple, to help kids fall in love with reading, and the new version will carry that tradition with fresh episodes, celebrity guests, and of course, plenty of new books. The new episodes will drop Sundays on Kids Zuko's. That's a kids YouTube channel from Sony Pictures, and it will also stream on the Reading Rainbow website.
I bet you most people from our generation who didn't grow up on Reading Rainbow can't read. And I don't think we should even trust people who can't sing the Reading Rainbow theme song. Like, as soon as I say butterfly in the sky, you should know where to take it from there. Right. If you don't, you probably can't read. And I ain't heard nobody in the room take it from there.
That's the part I know.
I mean, that's the only thing. And you ain't stopped talking, clown. Butterfly in the
butterfly
sky.
In the sky.
I can go twice as high. Take a look. Baby, read a
it's
book.
in a book.
Baby, reading
a Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow. Don't play with me.
I can go anywhere. Friends to know and ways to grow. A Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow.
Okay. Dropping the clues bombs for Shaka Khan. You know that was Shaka Khan.
I didn't know that.
No, that's what's up.
Oh,
that was Shaka Khan.
This Reading Rainbow is coming at a time when books are being banned and teachers are being silenced.
Yeah.
So, it's a really good thing that this generation will get to experience that. And so that is your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me at Mimi Brown TV. And for more news stories, follow Black Information Network and download the free iHeartRadio app or visit BINnews.com.
All right.
Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you.
All right. Now, when we come back, comedian Earthquake will be joining us. He has a new Netflix special called Joke Telling Business. We'll talk to him next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Hey, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. Loren LoRosa is here with us as well. Special guest in the building, comedian Earthquake. Welcome,
Earthquake.
How you doing?
Good morning, babe.
Well, and thank you for having me. It's always an honor to be here with y'all, man.
Congratulations. You just got married recently.
Yes, I
Bobby
did.
Brown, Johnny Gill at the wedding.
How much does wedding cost?
About $450,000.
Earthquake got it. That's light change. Earthquake make that in the weekend. He make that in the weekend. That's light for Earthquake.
Well, it was my day, not just my wife. She didn't want to have a big wedding. She wanted to do a destination one. I was like, nah, I want everybody to hear what you tell me. So I want proof. You know what I mean? And it was my day. It was a beautiful day. All my friends was there. All the comedians was there. And it was beautiful. It was it. It was everything I dreamed of for my day.
What made you want to finally, settle down?
The right one. I always looked for. I mean, I've always believed in quality over quantity. The only reason I had quantity because I didn't have quality. So until I found that person, then it was it. My manhood was never based upon how many women I've been with or that type of thing. I'm not down like that. I was always new. I used to say in my jokes all the time, people were like, why ain't you made it? And I said, because I'm one good black woman for making it.
Damn.
And I always knew that. I was never going to get the success that I got right now until I found her. I listened to you, the foundation. You have to have that. And you said, and I always was searching. I just could not find that partner. Is you look for Miss Right, not Miss Right Now. And then nothing wrong with them. My past women, they just wasn't my woman. They wasn't right for me. And I don't settle. So
you just gave a great ball for anybody out there that's a hoe. Because you said the only reason I had so much quantity is because I couldn't find quality.
Exactly.
Next time anybody out there get called a hoe, use that line, okay? That's a great line. Damn.
Yeah, it's the truth. I mean, because it's non-profitable. I mean, there's nothing in it. If you
that was a good one too.
It's non-profitable. I mean, but really, if you really think about it, if you break it down, it's the situation here for any man. If you don't love it, you just sleeping with it. It's just for a feeling. So I have other things that give me just as much satisfaction of that feeling in being with a woman.
That's
so
right.
you get what I'm saying? So it didn't fill that void that it was looking for until I found her.
And Johnny Gill's one of your best friends?
One of my best friends, JG. People don't know he's one of the funniest dudes out. I bring him on my show sometime, and we've been friends for many years.
How'd that happen?
Well, he is from D.C., and, I followed him a lot of times, and then I actually got to meet him at a club, and we kicked it off from there, and we've been friends ever since.
That's dope.
It's my man right there. He's my man. That's my man.
Got the new comedy special.
Comedy special dropped today.
Hey.
Joke telling business, because that's what I am in. I'm really to tell comedians it's time to be funny. If you're gonna say you're a comedian and fly that banner, be funny. You know what I mean? Or take the banner down. This is what we do. And I thought it was up to me at being in this game is I'm in the joke telling business. So all the other stuff y'all talking about, the people that want to be prognosticators, Nostradamus, telling what the future is, and all this other stuff. If you're going to say you're a comedian, you need to tell jokes and be funny. And all these comedians still riding on their previous, loans and stuff on it. I think just like a driver's license, comedians need to get their license renewed. Say you're funny, drop or something to say you still a comic. You can't still be saying, I used to be on Def Jam and
BT Comic
View and all that. You ain't had to, come on, it's time for you to renew your license to say you funny. If you're going to fly under the banner of being a comedian, say what you ain't or say what you are, but you can't be us unless you be funny. And I want to say you was funny Saturday night.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure being with you in Indianapolis, and I seen you grow and keep doing your thing.
Thank you.
That's dope.
Keep doing your thing.
Expound on that, though. What's the biggest difference between being funny and being a professional comedian who understands this is actually a business?
Once you get to that plateau of being funny and among your peers, the consistency of being funny, you have to regenerate and come up with new material and stay at that level. You know what's funny, and you have to work at it. I mean, I have nothing against internet comedians or nothing, but you cannot escape from hitting that stage, getting on there, putting that work in, putting new stuff in. And I tell, my wife all the time, she said, why are you at the clubs and hanging that up in place? I said, the shepherd it must smell like the sheep. People who we get our money from does not live the standard of living that I live at. So I have to go down here and be down here so I can interpret what's funny from that perspective and talk to the people. Because where I'm at, they would not relate, and then they'll say I'm out of touch. So I have to be around the people and be in the Walmarts and be at Marshall's and get an irregular shirt. I have to feel it on here so I can relate to the people that allows you to sit here and have massages 3 times a week.
That is so important. Have you ever had to tell a comedian, like as OG, like you're not funny anymore, you should go do that?
No, I don't do that because jokes are subjective. What's funny to me not might funny to nobody else. That's why I tell all the comedians, no matter who you are, somebody gonna find that you're not funny. You just pray to God all of them don't show up that night. You know what I'm saying? You just pray to God they don't come there to see you that night. Then you get booed.
Now you listen to Jess's set, so you listen to other comedian sets to see what they're talking about.
No, I because I don't physically write, I mentally write. So to keep my jokes pure, I don't listen to other comics so it don't, be contaminating. I think I came of it because I heard it, because I don't physically write. But what I do is for the people that I admire and I want to see their growth, I take time out and come see. And she's one of those people that I say, let me see it, because I've seen her in the beginning. I know how she got in the game. And, people that's been in the game like I've been as a veteran holds it against them. And I said, I don't care how you got into it. Do you work at it? Her, DC Young Fly, they work at it. And for them, man, I have nothing but respect for them.
They on the road every weekend. Just on the road every weekend. DC on the road every weekend.
Yeah, they work at it. But people could be on the road every weekend and suck.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? There's some people around here bombing every day. You think they in Gaza, they dropping so many bombs.
Do you feel like the art? Do you feel like the art of the long form stand up set is under threat, or does it make your style of storytelling even more valuable?
I think, to be honest with you, quality. I mean, the elongated of getting to the punchline. For me, get to the punchline. I feel certain comedians have a lot of, nuts because they have a long segue before they get to the punchline. And I always thought, if that don't work, you in trouble. Because black people are impatient. When you sit in front of black audience, you go that long, and they sit in that chair, and then they rock the one way, and they rock the other way, and then they look over to the other person, and then they look over to acknowledge you suck, then the boos come. But if you hit them just continuous and have multiple subjects, that means anytime that they come into the show, they can pick up right there. They don't have to see you in the beginning for you to have the call back and everything. That's just my philosophy on it. I want you to be like a train that anytime you get on it, you can ride. Wherever you'll stop. You just walked in late, or you was mad at your girl, and okay, I'm at a comedy show. Because we need your undivided attention. So whatever you're going through, I must go through that and get it. So if you argue with your woman all the way through and you mad at her, I need to have a joke. Once you come around and realize you in a comedy club, you can enjoy it at that point.
Now, did your mom really date Marvin Gaye?
Yeah.
And did you really say, I wish Marvin Gaye was my daddy, not my real daddy?
Yeah.
Dang.
I mean, because I wanted to come up. She couldn't trap him. I heard he was on drugs. She slipping. I mean, come on, Mom.
So she told you that? How'd you find out?
I mean, she used to always tell who my mama was that chick, man. She dated a lot of different dudes, and I just didn't understand how my father got her. Because he ain't had none of those qualities.
Damn.
You understand? But he funded her. So I get it now. As a man.
So you knew your mama was out there?
No, she wasn't out there.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm saying the way you
out there means she's a worldly woman. She want to see the world. Some people, we in New York. Some people never leave the Bronx. You understand? Never leave New York. He didn't say it. I love it. Charlamagne, my man.
No, that's what he said.
It's cool. Charlamagne. That's the kind of guy you know is gonna come. I got one with me, next to Bang. He gonna hit that. We call him Sniper. He just gonna get it to your face. You just take it. You know what I mean? I got you.
What kind of truth did you tap into with this new special? That you know what I really want to ask? What's something you tapped into that you may not have tapped into 10 or 15 years ago?
I really don't go like that. I just interpret, and then I put it together, and then I line it up. Which one I think these are the ones that I want to do that's the funniest, that will carry on. So more than anything, just the perspective of our Caucasian friends out here. The Portland part, when I just went up there and in Seattle to see struggling white people getting caught with, back in the day, like New Jack City, just laying on the ground with fentanyl. I mean, you could tell they had a good mother and father, and they just laying there, and I'm just stepping over them like, look at God. I mean, it's just...
Jesus.
No, I'm just like, I just thought it happened to us. It was like white version of New Jack City. I was like, it happened to us. And to actually have a white dude ask me for some money, I was like... No, you could be anything.
Damn.
Damn.
You understand?
Right.
No, you could be anything. All you need everything is in your image. You got everything. All you need to do is take a shower, put a suit on, and you'll be my supervisor by tomorrow.
Damn. That's why I was shocked when Trump said he want to send the National Guard to Portland.
Yeah, well, he wants to do what he want to do. He Debo in the country, so everybody better tuck their chain. Because it don't matter who you are. He ain't playing, and ain't nobody holding against him. And to the point that he actually just letting you know that I'm going to use the judicial system to go after my political opponents. And there's nothing wrong with it. And it's amazing to me that these people just put themselves in pressures to justify what he's doing. So as black people, we've been through this before. So, you got to navigate and just... We the best paralegals in the world. When somebody get locked up, a brother like, how to get them? You know what I'm saying? So I can make sure.
I don't do it.
Yeah, I don't do it. We the first one. We first one know how I get it. What's the charge?
Now, you got so much material. Like
Yes.
from the beginning, like you said about Aretha Franklin's funeral, the beginning
Right.
all the way till now, right? Is this comedy special longer than the last one?
Yeah, I put 45 in them this time.
Okay, good.
I call it the flu game because you know how it is. People don't know. And I see Charlamagne come to work sometime. We be under the weather, but you can't. I'm not Dave Chappelle, Cat, or one of them. They can go to Netflix and say, "Hey, man, I'm not feeling good. Let's shoot this tomorrow." I have to go there. So I had a respiratory infection when I had a sinus during the whole time, and I pushed on. Oh man! So you've been there before. You know how it is. You see comedians, they be on the stage, they had their hot chocolate or their hot tea and everything on there, and we get into it. So I'm the most proud of it that it came at that particular point, and I came off. That's why I call it my Michael Jordan flu game. Still put up 40.
You know what else is too? I like what you said about how comedians got to renew their license, right? But are some people just grandfathered in? And what I mean by that, like somebody like Eddie Murphy, right? Like Eddie ain't put out a special in forever.
Well, he grandfathered in, but he also gave up the banner of saying he a stand-up comic. Because he did not want to, he knew what the standard takes for him to maintain it, and he bowed out with it. Steve did the same thing. You have surfing, they give it up on it, and for them, they will always be on my Mount Rushmore of their on it. I'm talking about comedians that's right here, and they're number one. Claim to fame as being a stand-up comedian. They not telling no jokes. You understand? Eddie Murphy doing movies, TV, animation, then sit there. He done gave that up, and he appreciated the genre where it was at to give it enough that it deserved the utmost respect. And I can't give it to it. Go in the club, what his process is to be up to that level, to get up there. He gave that up. I don't have what it takes to be at that level to get a respect for me to stand on that stage to amongst all the rest of comedians. So for that, you applaud. But what you do have to do is stop giving all these other comedians all these fanfare and giving them all this answer, and they ain't telling no goddamn jokes. Tell them be what they are. With the title, you are what you are, not what you say you are. So that's why I'm naming Earthquake is in the joke-telling business. That's what I do. So we have nothing else to talk about unless it got something to do with jokes.
What if you telling jokes on your podcast or on TikTok or in Instagram clips?
Well, you is, but if you say you a stand-up comic, you have to sit here and do what. I don't have no problem with anybody diversifying from it, but you must stay with the job description of it. You know what I'm saying? What I mean? If it bans you out to do books and TV and all that, great. That's just show how diversified we are in the talent that we are. But you must stay. If you're a singer, you must sing. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You know what I mean? If you're a boxer, you got to fight. That's all. That's all I'm saying. You got too many comedians, in my humble opinion, that's not being funny. And sometimes people, such as yourself, got to ask them, where's the jokes?
Is it hard?
I'm gonna do that.
Is it hard?
No, for real. I agree with you. I agree. Where's the jokes? Like,
where the
you're a
jokes?
comedian, where the jokes?
Where the jokes at? Just where the jokes? That's all I ask. Tell the jokes. And you got to, somebody have to stand up and say, even nothing, for my profession, my genre, got to stand up for, because I love it. It has been like the baseball, very, very good for me. I have always given back. I own my own comedy club, have my own #1 show on series that's called Quake House that I bring comedians that nobody hear about, that we sit around and talk about to give them. I give back to the genre on the point of it because I love it so much and I think it. But we have too many people now that just not sticking with the job description, and somebody got to tell them at some point, man, be f***ing funny.
I was going to ask, is it hard once you start diversifying and everything else gets big and then you can't get on stage and do what you used to do? Like, Kevin Hart is still on stage, but people come for him because he doesn't joke or talk about certain things, but he's still funny, he's still a comedian, but people try to take that away from him because he's not, they feel like he's not as raw about certain things.
Well, you got to understand, his constituents that, first of all, comedians make fun of the experiences that they go through. Kevin Hart is of the 1% of 1%. So his experiences does not goes along with the other 99%. So what he has to do is fire writers that experience that, and they give it to him, and he looks it over. I have no problem with that either. Sit there and be funny on it. He's being funny. He's still giving back to the genre of stand-up, so I have no problem with that. You can't expect him to talk about his life. Oh man, I went there and the jet was late, and do you know they didn't have what I asked? I said I wanted flat water. Motherfucker just came here, they got $10. I'm on private jet, flat water. Relatability is the number one essential of being a comedian, and very people can relate to his life because he has such a privileged life. So what's funny to him is not going to be funny to 99% of the people because they don't experience what he's going through.
Damn. Have you? He did have that. He talked about being on the private jet on his last special when he had to go to the George Floyd funeral. That was funny.
Okay, I mean you can, but the relatability is the key to it because you have to sit here and allow them. That's why I said previously, a shepherd must always smell like the sheep. You have to put yourself in that situation, or somebody tell you what the sheep is going through and let you know so you can be relatable to the audience that you asking that money to come see you. Because the comedy is relatable. They need to see that experience or have the imagination of seeing you in that scene of that situation.
You've been around for a long time, real quick. You always been like, comedians' favorite comedians, right?
Right.
But Dave Chappelle pushed for your, I don't want to call it a resurgence, but he pushed you in like a different spotlight with the Netflix situation. But now you got your own lane. So how do you balance gratitude for that cosign, but also making people see Earthquake as his own brand and not just somebody Dave picked?
I don't get caught up in that. I just do me, and I collaborate with anybody. I don't have to be the clothes on the show. I don't have to be in. I standing by you. If it's perceived that you're hotter than me, don't kill my shine. I don't get caught up into those speculative things. It's just another thing. I collaborate with anybody that want to collaborate with me. Like I watch our show. That lady said it's true. When you get to this point in my life, the two most valuable possession you have is your time and your energy. If the time is good and your energy is good, then, and the money right, Quake there every night. We in there, you know what I mean? So I don't get caught up. I will be always indebted to Dave. But I was always indebted to him because I hired him to come to my club when he wasn't Dave. You know what I'm saying? So it's petty. I'm from DC. We don't f with pettiness shit. You can't send me news clippings and expect me to support it. I don't do news clipping, man. You have to get on that stage and do what you do, and no matter who gets on there, Quaker's gonna do what he do and let the chip stand with it stands. That's first, last, middle, and the whole time. And whatever I do have nothing to do with what you got to do.
What's one comedian that?
Hold on, real quick. What he said is so powerful, man. You had a club back in the day.
Yes.
You used to put Dave on stage.
Yes, all of them. Kevin Hart, Chris Tucker, Chris Rock. Every comedian that's walking here that's hot right now. At one time, I hired them for my club.
And they all speak highly of you, and now that they in position, they're like, oh, go get Quake.
Yeah. And then they do that. Yeah, they put it on, they do it too. But you got to understand, thank God I have my own sitcom that's coming.
With Bill Burr.
Yeah, with Bill Burr, we produce it and everything, and we're, and it's a blessing all here. And there's so many people I want to put down. That's good people, but it's only but so many slots, and I can't jeopardize my slot for the overall trying to help everybody. With it can help up the whole production. So I have to sit back and say I want to help everybody, but I still have a team to come in and say that person is better, that person is better, because something of nothing leaves nothing. So I got to get something, and then when I get something, then I can bring you in when it's something. But trying to bring you in before it's something, we both gonna end up being nothing outside the Fox studio on the streets.
So how did that come about? I remember you had a deal with Paramount, right?
I had a CBS deal, had a Warner Brothers deal, had an ABC deal. This one came together. The network president, his name is Michael Thorne, came to me with my manager and said they're making a change in Fox. They want to go back to the original when Married with Children and Live in Color was that, and they want to go to multi-camera. To sitcoms. And they wanted me to be on their air, and they wanted me to be me. They didn't want me to water down for me, water me down. They said they feel, which I feel, you able to say what everybody thinking in the right way. They're not offended. And I want you on my air. And so now we're in the process of trying to find my Larry David. If you know, he's the executive producer, was on Seinfeld, my writer, my showrunner. You had your own. That's the most important thing. And most important, and I've been interviewing for the last 2 months trying to find the right person that encapsulate that I feel that can there, and I think we're close right now. And the Bird thing is a great thing because he had a first look deal with Bill Burr did, and he wanted to produce my show since it was, and I said it's a great combination between the two because I love his comedy, and we're going to branch both from my comedy, my mindsets, and his mindset, and put it in the fictitious world that I navigate through.
What's the premise of the show?
Congratulations.
What's the premise of the show?
Premise of the show, I got frustrated with being in Los Angeles because I never thought they was going to give me a shot. And me and my fiance moves back to my hometown in Washington, D.C. to rebuy my old comedy club up. And I own my own comedy club in Washington, D.C.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
So it's based on a true story.
It's a true story, yeah. Other than I made it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just got frustrated, was sitting there, and the fires was the reason why. That was a sign from God. My house got burned down, but might as well just go on. This is it. Take this money and this locked money I got for my house, and I could live balling in D.C. compared to L.A., and it's time to go home. And my fiance, and we moved back, and I bought my own comedy club where I started at, and it's called Still Quake. I'm still Quake.
That sounds like a winner.
Yeah.
It do.
Yeah, and you know, I bring other comedians on. They come through, and people that can play themselves in my fictitious world without he's singing this. He's actually in town, stopping by. Dave is at the big venue performing, and he stopped by the comedy club. What we do. And come by and I have all my friends on, and it also give again young comedians chance to be on TV in their normal selves, being themselves in the club, so they can show the world that they too have talent, such as I do.
Man, I hope you have much success, Quake. I hope you have a Miss Pat style run.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? I love her.
You think about how Miss Pat was trying to get that show on forever, and she finally got it on. It's loosely based on her life, and she on season 5 now?
Yeah.
Look at God,
Miss Pat.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, and you sit back and you're like, all right, this is it. Now that I done promoted everything for my special, it's time to just knock down and just concentrate on getting ready to be on TV.
So listen, what's the one piece of business advice you think young comics miss?
I can tell you what I can miss. Loyalty doesn't mean that they believe in you, and loyalty, as you get closer to your goals, get compromised.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Ooh. You know what I mean? So if I was them, I would take a lesson from Jamie Foxx. And Jamie says the first of the year, every year, he sits down with his sister or his family and reevaluates everybody in their life, business-wise. And I would give that suggestions because if anything hindered a lot of my career was being loyal to people that wasn't meant to be in my life in the first place. But you just feel a sense of obligation. They was there, and they need this in everything. You know what I'm saying?
She back, she dancing in the back. She's ready to dance. 5, 4, 3, 2,
I think you need to reevaluate now. Don't
Too many chairs.
Too many chairs. Gotta pull one away. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? My wife be like, yeah, we know what chair we need. You know what I'm saying? Too many chairs at the table. That's how it is.
Listen, joke telling business out right now,
That's
man.
right. Netflix, definitely go check it out, and we appreciate you for joining us.
And congratulations on the sitcom coming.
And you promise that you'll come read for the show.
You already know.
You understand?
You already know.
Come on in there.
I surely will.
Because I will make sure that you get a call. I look forward to it.
Thank you.
And as always, man,
brother.
you my brother, man.
Appreciate
Keep
you,
being
quick.
you, Loren. Without telling you, you're beautiful, and of course, my light-skinned brother.
That's right.
Love you. Y'all be cool, and thank y'all for having me. Also, this is my son's. I had to wear my son's outfit right here. His clothing line's Toxic University, and I'm wearing his and make sure I give him a shout out.
Toxic University.
Toxic University.
Lord Jesus.
Yes,
Okay.
he's doing well with his own clothing line. I tell people you have to invest into your kids' activities, or you either choose to fund their activities or their bail money. Pick which one you want to do.
Toxic University.
You know what I mean? Either or, and I believe in them. So Toxic University on the whole time.
Love you, Quake.
Thank you. I love you more.
Earthquake. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Let's get to the latest with Loren.
Loren becoming a straight fat.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything and everybody.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Well, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj are going at it again.
Some more?
Crazy.
Nah, but this time though, like, I mean, you know, we talk about all the back and forths up here, and we talk about put it in the music and all of that. But I feel like yesterday watching the two of them go back and forth, it was too far. They brought the kids into it.
Wrong.
Yeah,
wrong on both ends.
Yeah, I felt like it was too far. Now, just a little background. So when we played that audio yesterday of Cardi B going off about the Ice Spice lyric, Cardi B and one of Ice Spice's team members, his name is James. She mentions James in the audio. They were online going back and forth. Conversation is about who leaked the audio. So at some point,
but it had to be somebody in the room with Cardi, because it sounds as if the other person is on the phone. The person is in the room with Cardi.
That's been the back and forth. Now, James himself came out and said he didn't leak anything, and he kind of says the same thing that you say. Cardi B says that's not true. It had to come from their side because there's certain things not added in the audio. Like she mentions something with Sexy Red in the iHeart Music Awards, and, you know, Ice Spice being upset about that. But long story short, Nicki Minaj commented on that. She didn't at Cardi or anything, but she commented on that. And she basically was saying that Cardi leaked the audio, right? So then now the two of them start going back and forth. And it gets to a point where Cardi says, listen, well, first, Nicki also addresses Cardi saying the fertility issues thing. She says that she's never had fertility issues, and it's not something that should be used lightly, because there are women who deal with that. And, you know, prayers to those women. But Cardi mentions, listen, it's your son's birthday, because yesterday was Papa Bear's birthday.
Oh, wow.
And you're on Twitter dedicating essays to me. For the love of God, go to Chuck E. Cheese. So then they start arguing back and forth about the night that they actually ran into each other in New York. Speeding through that. Then Cardi B mentions, because it's been a conversation about whether she mentioned Nicki on this album. Nicki posted referencing a line that I'm assuming she thought was about her. Cardi cleared it up. She said, how are you pressed over an album you haven't got a hit on or a mention in? Your feelings are hurt because I haven't paid you no attention. You haven't even cut your kid's cake yet. It's 6:00 in LA. You must have took your first line of the day. So then Nicki tweets Barney B and Culture Vulture. You know, Culture is Cardi B and Offset's daughter. And then, of course, Cardi responds and she says, listen, that's the last time you're going to be mentioning my kids. You know, we're not about to do that, basically. Nicki Minaj then calls Culture ugly. And then it gets really like crazy after, you know, I mean, it was already crazy, but it gets really crazy after that. You know, Cardi responds and says, you wish you could call my daughter ugly. Culture is beautiful, and you know that. Your hate is so deep and dark and nasty because your son is nonverbal, because you effed him up with drugs, so you're jealous of everybody's kids and their happiness. Now, these are all things that Cardi are alleging. And she's like, where are you at? Stop talking. So they go back and forth a bit, mentioning the kids and, you know, just a ton of different things that I really don't even want to like read in full.
Nicki, how can you mention the fertility issue, right? Like, which is something very serious for a lot of women, you know, who are unable to have children, and then you turn around and you call somebody's kid ugly. Cardi, you cannot talk about nobody's kids. You pregnant. Like, it's a lot. I think it's irresponsible on both women's part. Nicki just seemed miserable. Like, I'm sorry. Like, she just seems miserable anytime that's your gut punch right there. Like, and you're still, and mind you, we still have to wait till March to hear your raps.
Music.
To hear your music. To hear whatever the clapback is musically. We still got to wait till March while we watching this unfold right here.
Yeah, they both went to hell on each other. Crazy. And this is why Cardi should have never responded to Nicki.
Yeah.
And a lot of this is social media's fault, because y'all love to say lyrics be about people that they don't be about. Cardi just confirmed she wasn't shooting at Nicki on none of them lyrics.
Yeah, she did confirm that. I mean, and I will say too, though, even with social media and what people like to say, I feel like if Nicki is posting that, she obviously felt like that too. And I don't know if that stems from social media, but I think that this is a lesson in, like, if it's not directly said to you, maybe you just leave it.
That's right.
Or if Nicki wanted to jump back in there, we know Nicki got a pen. She do that. Go ahead.
But at least
where the pen at then?
Take the day off for your son's birthday, though. I didn't know that yesterday was her son's birthday, cause her and Cardi's beef overshadowed that.
I don't like this. I don't like when you throw the kids in it, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And, you know, you can't say somebody's going too far when you talk about somebody's kids, because some people say, well, play the higher road. No, I'm going to hell with you. You talk about my kids.
Yeah,
I'm talking about yours. And and it is what it is. But it should have never got that far. They should have never talked about each other's kids. I just don't like that. It's just it's not.
And I will say, I respect Nikki as an artist, but when I read her tweets and she starts trying to label people good and evil, it really makes me think of Isaiah 5:20. Isaiah 5:20 says, woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Because if she believes that she comes off as a peaceful, loving, God-fearing human, she's bugging. Like, you can literally feel the darkness from her tweets. And honestly, that's why you shouldn't even engage with her, because when you match that kind of energy, you come off looking dark too.
You're right. And the one thing I would always say, when you're in your light and the light is shining on you, people will try to take that light away.
Absolutely.
Right? Cardi B just released an amazing body of work. It's selling greatly. She had an amazing rollout. She's having a child coming up. She's doing a tour. It's sometimes, like you said, and I hate it because I'm the pettiest person. I'm a petty mother effer. But sometimes you just gotta enjoy the light.
Yeah.
Just gotta enjoy.
And Jess said something that's real too. Nikki has all those accolades, all that success, and still manages to come off as miserable. Like, how do you beef with everybody? Lil' Kim, Remy Ma, Cardi, Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto, Mariah Carey. Like, that's not a pink print. That's a stink print. Okay, Nikki energy just comes off as nasty and stink. That's what y'all should be called. It's a stink print. Like, that's disgusting.
Yo, you've been pretty good with these names.
I'm gonna give it to him.
The dead dash, the stink print.
You might need to drop an album for $4.99 too. You might need a little $4.99 album somewhere too.
Don't y'all ever disrespect me, okay? I'm in the Radio Hall of Fame for a reason.
You the Reed Queen, baby.
I know. Go ahead. This is the first time he has definitely taken a compliment. I love it, because he usually be like, "No, yo, just stop.
I don't know what you're talking about. I thought about that 5 seconds ago.
Like, it just comes to my mind. Like,
my mental health as well, so my business are too.
All that is true.
And them names be sticking too, boy.
Well, I mean, it got to the point where, Cardi and Nikki are online talking about where you at, where the addresses are and all the things, and Cardi's pregnant. So hopefully, people that love them intervene in this quiet silence of the day. I will say too, JT got in the mix yesterday. We won't get to that. Maybe we'll bring it back in the next hour. But you told JT to get in the booth and drop some lyrics. She says Friday she has a song dropping. Yep, Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yep, this Friday.
I'm here for that.
Dope.
I'm here for that. I'm always here for the music.
Something dropping? Somebody else got something dropping on Friday.
Clarissa Shields has music dropping Friday
a diss
too.
record? What we talking about?
It's not a diss record. It's just a song. Envy, don't do that.
Okay, I'm just asking. Y'all went from JT diss record that y'all think
Jess is excited about new music.
Remy, just have your pen ready just in case.
Now, you remember what happened last time you jumped in?
Speaking of Nicki Minaj, okay? All right.
What happened last time? Mind your business.
Egging this on a little
Jesus.
bit.
Well, speaking of all the back and forths too, I know T.Y. Savage, our girl, was up here, and there's been some back and forth subliminally with her and Tyler. We're gonna get into that.
You should save that one, Lauren.
Yeah. Top of the next hour. I just wanted to,
Cue
top of the next hour.
Ready.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for the latest with Lauren. Charlamagne, who are you giving that down to?
We need Pete Hegseth and President Donald Trump to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with them this morning.
Jesus Christ, he's in the Donkey Hall of Fame.
Trump is he has his own intro.
Jesus. All right, we'll get to that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a bitch off the field right now, out, he's fired. He's fired!
So, please step up to the congregation.
Yes, you are adults.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
He's a jackass.
Yes, Donkey today for Wednesday, October 1st, goes to the United States Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, and his boss, President Donald J. Trump. First of all, I want to acknowledge today is the first of the month. Okay, rent and bills are due, so I want to send positive energy, love, and light to all the individuals who are struggling to pay their bills, okay, especially our federal workers who don't know what their financial future is going to look like because the government shut down at midnight. All the non-essential government workers, the federal workers, the essential workers who have been furloughed are required to work with pay without pay Okay, required to work without pay until funding is restored. Keep your head up. Okay, we are in some interesting times in this country, and I believe it is our job in media to let you know that none of this is normal. And yesterday at a Marine Corps base in Quantico, Virginia, an unprecedented meeting happened. Okay, 800 of America's top military leaders, generals, admirals from all over the world were asked to come to this meeting and initially didn't even get told why. Okay, Pete Hegseth promoted the new name, the Department of War, even though it hasn't been changed by Congress. But who needs Congress anymore when we are running plays out of an authoritarian playbook? Okay, Pete verbally attacked what he called toxic leaders, who he said have turned the Defense Department to the woke department. He put out a bunch of new directives telling folks to get physically fit. They needed to groom themselves a certain way. Okay, he went after fat troops. He said it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon. Now, that one I agree with, okay? You should have to look the part, all right? If America has the strongest military in the world, then our leaders have to look strong, too. It's the same reason I wouldn't want a fat personal trainer in the gym or a person with no shape up giving me a haircut. But let's stay focused, okay? President Trump spoke, too, and he said we have to reawaken the warrior spirit, and he said he is committing $1 trillion to the military in 2026. By the way, Pete Hegseth or President Trump, neither one of them addressed the government shutdown, okay? And how active duty troops are going to be required to report for duty, but their money is going to be delayed until the shutdown is over. Can you imagine? I'm in the military and you telling me how much you need me. You want me to pledge my loyalty to you, but you are the reason I'm not getting my check? Can we listen to some of President Trump and Pete Hegseth's monologue from yesterday?
I call it the N-word. There are two N-words, and you can't use either of them.
And if you don't like what I'm saying, you can leave the room. Of course, there goes your rank, there goes your future.
I don't want my son serving alongside troops who are out of shape or in combat unit with females who can't meet the same combat arms physical standards as men. It's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon. Being a racist has been illegal in our formation since 1948. The same goes for sexual harassment. Both are wrong and illegal. But telling someone to shave or get a haircut or to get in shape or to fix their uniform or to show up on time or to work hard, that's exactly the kind of discrimination we want.
Portland, Oregon, where it looks like a war zone. Unless they're playing false tapes. This looked like World War II. San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles. We're going to straighten them out one by one. That's a war, too. It's a war from within. I told Pete we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military. Now they like to say, oh, you're not allowed to use the military. Well, that's what the oath says, foreign and domestic. Well, we also have domestic.
To our enemies, FAFO. No more identity months, DEI offices, dudes in dresses. No more climate change worship. No more division, distraction, or gender delusions. We are done with that.
I need y'all to know none of this is normal for America, okay? It's normal in light of world history, but not America. See, what you saw yesterday was an attempt, probably the first of many, to get the military to pledge allegiance to the Trump administration. Not pledge allegiance to the country, okay? No, undying loyalty to the Trump administration. It was a play straight out of any authoritarian playbook. Look, man, I graduated from night school in Berkeley High School. All right, 2 years behind schedule. Supposed to come out in 96, came out in 98. But I read a little bit, okay? Anything you have ever read about authoritarians will show you that they understand controlling the military equals controlling the state. You saw it in Germany with Hitler. You saw it in the Soviet Union with Stalin. You saw it with Saddam Hussein in Iraq. And it's a pattern, okay? It starts with oaths of loyalty, all right? Then you embed your own ideology into the army. You create your own military security force. Next thing you know, you're systemically eliminating your rivals and you take complete control. Okay, you will use the army to take power. When you have the military on your side, who's going to check you, boo? All right, don't get it effed up. When strong men want the army's loyalty, it's never to protect the people. It's always to protect their power. History got a long list of receipts on that. Google it, Chat GPT, pick up a book, whatever you got to do, okay? The ballot put Trump in power, but it's the bullets, and by bullets, I mean the might of the military that can keep him there. And what you saw yesterday was his first attempt at flipping the military on the enemy within. Have we figured out who that enemy is yet? Is it in Portland? Okay. Is it just Democrats? Or is it anyone who hasn't pledged allegiance to MAGA? I need America to understand this isn't normal. The president of the United States of America and the Secretary of War held a meeting with the military leaders yesterday to get them to pledge loyalty to them so they can project authority on the citizens of this country. All right, with the military, they can suppress protests, they can run people out of office, and most importantly, they can stay in power, meaning staying in office if they choose to. Also, let's be clear, the military is the biggest threat to their power. All right, Democrats in office aren't a threat. They got zero power. We know they cowards, but the military is the biggest threat because they could overthrow an authoritarian. So if President Trump keeps the generals close, promises them money, promotions, he can prevent a coup. Okay, authoritarian survival often depends on buying or coercing military loyalty. I'm just here to alert you. Okay, to inform you a little bit. I know we get caught up in the Nicki Minaj and Cardi B Twitter wars and what's going to happen to Diddy on Friday, but I need you all to know what happened yesterday wasn't normal. The military ain't supposed to pledge allegiance to a man or a political party, only to the Constitution. When a leader wants the generals on his side instead of the countryside, that's not patriotism. That's dictatorship in training. Please let Chelsea Handler give the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, and the Trump administration the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. That is way too much Dan mayonnaise.
It's so crazy to hear Donald Trump talk about military and the things he thinks the military should do. And then you go back to his history and, you know, he deferred his military 5 times, right? He was supposed to be in the military. 4 times was for education, right? And he said he couldn't go into the draft because of education. And the 5th time is because he had a medical reason. He said he had bone spurs in his heel. But you gonna tell the military what to do, but you ain't want to serve. You dipped out 4-5 times.
I ain't even know.
Well, he's practicing what he's preaching. You know what I'm saying? He don't want people in the military that's not physically fit. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Pete Hegseth said it's unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon. Trump understood that a long time ago. Come on, guys.
He'd be leaving all type of things. They'll be following the scent, following the tan spray. They'll catch him immediately.
Crazy.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
Yes,
I just want to remind you guys, we are on Twitch. You could watch us on Twitch. We're streaming live. Breakfast Club AM is the Twitch, and we do go through the comments and read your comments. So if you have suggestions or comments, we like to read them sometimes. But
it's going down, y'all.
Let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. Yesterday we had Chris Gotti on the show. Chris Gotti is Irv Gotti's brother who passed away. He's also the co-owner and co-founder of Murder Inc. And he was talking about his relationship with Ashanti and how he felt that Ashanti did not come to the funeral and did not call him. And this is what he had to say.
Have you and Ashanti been able to talk since everything? Because I saw that you were upset with her when she sat down with Angie Martinez and she said that.
Yeah, I was upset because we haven't spoke in person after Irv's passing. And I promise you, I'm the reason she was murdering. For her not to call me after Irv's passing, she texted me, that don't feel right.
I did want to ask you about the funeral because Ho came to the funeral.
Yes.
I thought Ashanti came to the funeral.
She did not. She sent some flowers.
I know you said that you want to talk in person, but like, did that provide any sort of comfort for you guys in that moment, just having things show up there from her?
So when you say that with the flowers, it's a good gesture. I won't go further than that. I don't want to be disrespectful to her because she probably thinks it's good, but she should know better that she had to talk to me physically. Actually, she should come see me physically.
All right. So let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. I guess the question is, can you tell somebody, I guess, how to grieve?
Yeah, man.
How to pay their respects. I don't, you know. I guess
how to pay their respects.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when we come back?
We'll do it when we come back, and we'll take your calls. 800-585-1051. I will say this. They had a history, and before he passed away, he was talking a lot of information about Ashanti that wasn't flattering to Ashanti. So I think people would understand why she didn't want to show up. Right? And we'll discuss when we come back. So, and we'll take your calls, 800-585-1051. And again, we're streaming Breakfast Club AM, and we are live. Yes, I see the stream saying, are they really live? I don't see Charlamagne. Charlamagne is broadcasting from someplace else. But yeah, we are live. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Pull out your phone. Call in right now.
Call me.
Add your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic.
Break it down.
800-585-1051. The Breakfast Club.
Steady calling my phone.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
All right, morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking about Chris Gotti. Chris Gotti, of course, is Irv Gotti's brother, who passed away a couple of months ago. And if you don't know who Irv Gotti is, of course, he was a co-founder with his brother of Murder Inc. And Murder Inc. had people like Ja Rule and Ashanti and Lloyd, just to name a few. He's produced for everybody from J-Lo to Hove. All right, so you know, during the conversation yesterday, he spoke about his feelings towards Ashanti and Ashanti not seeing him personally or coming to the funeral. Let's listen.
Have you and Ashanti been able to talk since everything? Because I saw that you were upset with her when she sat down with Angie Martinez and she said that.
Yeah, I was upset because we haven't spoke in person after Irv's passing. And I promise you, I'm the reason she was murdering. For her not to call me after Irv's passing, she texted me, that don't feel right.
I did want to ask you about the funeral because Hov came to the funeral.
Yes.
I thought Ashanti came to the funeral.
She did not. She sent some flowers.
I know you said that you want to talk in person, but like, did that provide any sort of comfort for you guys in that moment, just having things show up there from her?
So when you say that with the flowers, it's a good gesture. I won't go further than that. I don't want to be disrespectful to her because she probably thinks it's good, but she should know better that she had to talk to me physically. Actually, she should come see me physically.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. We're asking, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Let's start with you, Jess.
I feel like, you know, she's in a different time in her life. And then, you know, although they are responsible, you know, for a lot of her success or, you know, whatever Chris was saying, that two things can still be true. You can be true at the same time. Yeah, y'all helped her get where she is or whatever with her success and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, she had to go through a lot with that too, like how he treated her and all that. And then he publicly embarrassed her for years, you know, leading up to, you know, him passing away and everything like that. And she's in a different place in her life. She has a baby now with her husband, and she's, you know, she's just, I don't think it was just a little audacious to say, no, you should have came and saw me. I do understand. I understand. But, like, that was audacious. You get what I'm saying?
See, and this is the crazy thing, and I hate to say this, but I understand both sides, right?
Yeah.
I do understand Chris feels like, look, I found you. You know, I got you signed. I was there towards everything. And even though you might not F with my brother, maybe it was a good thing just to check on me because we still were good. Maybe that's how he feels. But on the other end, I also kind of feel like, yeah, but your brother ished on me for years and was personal about it. And now I have a baby, now I moved on. And see, I'm a petty person. Like, once you ish on me, it's kind of like F everything that got to do with you because you know what your brother was doing to me and nobody stopped it. Nobody jumped in to stop it. And maybe that's the way she feels. So I kind of see both sides of it.
And the way he was up here talking about them, like they were a married couple, like they were like this, you know, like this happily ever after couple in music back in the day when, you know, it's two sides, three sides to every story, but it's like, I'm completely with you on that.
Charlamagne.
Listen, this is why I love doing what we do, because you learn things and it starts discussions, because I honestly never thought about this subject until Chris Gotti brought it up yesterday.
Correct.
I don't know if there is proper etiquette to paying your respects to somebody, you know, when they pass away, or paying your respects to the family. And I don't know if you can tell someone how to pay their respects, but I do understand why Chris would want respect paid. Like, he looked at Ashanti as a little sister, so he's saying he would have appreciated, you know, a personal call, a visit, and his feelings are hurt that he didn't get that. But I don't know if you can tell Ashanti how to pay her respects. But it's okay for Chris to say, you hurt my feelings. Correct. Maybe Chris should have came up here and said, I would have liked if you would have personally called me. I would have liked if you would have came to visit, instead of saying, you know, she owed that.
Yeah, but also, you know, salute to you, Charlamagne. You go to therapy. You're more of a healed person. For me, if you ish on me, right, and you continually ish on me, and then you do pass away, am I supposed to just let that go when you go?
Well,
am I supposed to just say, you know, this?
But you said it already. You said it earlier. Chris isn't Irv.
Right, but she might feel like you didn't stop your brother, or nor did you defend me when he was going at me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you heard Chris say, I couldn't tell Irv nothing.
You're right. But your loyalty is with your brother, though.
Exactly.
You feel me? Like, y'all didn't look out for me. And no, I'm not blaming y'all for what he did, but it's like, yo, y'all are over there. Like, y'all are the Gottis. Like, this is, You know what I'm saying?
Like, and you know when somebody goes against you, it's almost like pick a side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course he's gonna pick his brother's side. So that's why I said there's always two sides to the story. I get where Chris is coming from. Like, you little sis, you could have did this, but she might be like, nobody defended me but Fat Joe.
And she could have also not sent anything. She sent flowers and a text.
That's what I'm
She could have
saying.
also
Yeah.
not sent nothing at all.
Correct.
But I also think that the fact that she did send something opens it up for Chris to be like, damn.
Yeah.
Well, you can't. If you're gonna do this, you couldn't call me. It probably would have been better off if she didn't send anything.
I wouldn't say that.
Nah, yeah, I wouldn't say that too. It's just I'm paying my respects here.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
at the end of the day.
But once you pay, but I'm saying if you pay respects a little bit, then now he's well, damn, yeah, you did that, but I really want this.
But I think the conversation would have been a little bit more intense if she didn't send anything.
Yeah,
like
that's
it
true
would have
too.
been crazy. He probably would have got a little crazy up here.
Well, let's go.
But it goes back to the question we asking.
Yeah.
I don't know if there is proper etiquette to paying your respects.
Yeah.
We have Stacy on the line. Stacy, good morning.
Hello, how y'all doing?
Where you been, Stacy?
Well, listen, my employee line don't work no more. I've been calling, but I can't complain because I get through
Stacey,
a lot.
I heard you tried to take Trav out, man. I heard you want to be the only gay on Breakfast Club, so you tried to stab
It's
him.
so funny because
You stabbed Trav. You stabbed him. You stabbed Trav.
Listen, I don't do all the fighting. I'm a businessman. But okay, wait a minute. On some real. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, so I just recently lost my dad. Right?
Oh, sorry.
2023, 7/19.
Sorry to hear that, brother.
Right? So now, mind you, my mom and dad, they was like married. They were high school sweethearts. One of our brothers did not come. And I was pissed about it. Like, we actually don't speak to this day. So, my sister was like, you can't tell people how to grieve.
Correct.
But my father wasn't a deadbeat dad. Like, my father was always there. How dare you not come to the funeral? You understand? And then what made it even more aggravating, me and my sister, we was like the only two that actually stayed for everything. And everybody kept asking, like, yo, where is Maurice? And I'm like, listen, please don't ask me about that goddamn man. Like, I was so aggravated because, listen, our father was there. Our mother and father was married and stuff for over 36 years.
Yeah.
You understand? So yes, it's very I get it.
Stacey,
you can't tell somebody how to grieve, but
right.
how can you not come to your father's funeral?
I'm gonna tell you this though, Stacy, right? I don't really go to funerals.
Me neither. I don't do funerals at all.
When people
I don't
pass
do
away,
funerals.
I don't go. And there's been like people have asked me to speak at funerals.
I don't do
people
it.
in the industry have passed and they asked me to come and speak. I don't do funerals, and the reason personally is because the last time I see you, I don't want to see you in the casket.
Same.
That's just me,
brother.
I want to remember you as the
so your
full
mom
life
or
that you
your
lived.
Same.
And now, if people feel away, I'm sorry, but this is how I grieve.
Right.
Same.
That's just, it is what it is. I don't do funerals.
Oh my!
I totally get it. Now I'm with Stacy. If it's your parent, man, like if that's the last time
parents, your
I
mother,
gotta
your
see
father,
you.
your sister or brother, you have to go.
Doing that.
I don't.
I don't
but
care
see,
if I'm fighting with the whole family.
Yeah.
Nobody's stopping me from going to my mother, my father, my sister, or my brother.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
I'm
See,
so sorry.
Thanks,
You
Stacey.
put
I don't
all
know
that
if you-
aside.
Thanks, Stacey.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell somebody how to pay their respects because I'm with you, Envy. I don't do funerals. My grandmother, my mother's mother, who was like my big mama, when she passed away, I didn't go to the funeral, and people was like, you need to come. That's the last time you're gonna see her. No, last time I saw her was when she was in my mama's yard, and we was laughing and talking and joking, and that's how I want to remember her.
Yes.
I don't want to see her laying in a casket.
Yes,
Yeah.
I totally agree. I do not do funerals.
I get
Like
it.
it takes a lot out of me to like. I just don't.
Yeah.
I want to remember the last time I see you. You were full of life.
Yeah.
We were talking. We were joking. We were laughing. Even if you were sick, I still want to remember that.
You
But to
being
see you in that
alive.
casket,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have that memory for life, and I don't want that memory.
I totally understand, y'all.
Because the funeral is not for the funeral is not for the deceased.
It's the
As much as
celebration
we act
of
like
life.
it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
That individual's gone. That's for like the people to celebrate their life. I don't have to celebrate their life in that setting.
I'm with you. Well,
I totally understand. I feel differently, but I get it because it's people. I know people very close to me that cannot handle. My own biological brother, cannot handle funerals. So,
Right.
yeah.
Now, of course, we're live on Twitch on the stream right now, so I just want to read some of those comments. Of course, if you want to go to our Twitch.
And
Twitch
too, I don't know if it's
how.
how to grieve or how to pay your respects.
Yeah, how to pay your respect.
I like how to pay your respect. Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody says, on the Twitch, Ashanti owes him nothing. Somebody says, I went to my brother's funeral, but I didn't view the body. I just couldn't handle it mentally. Somebody said, I don't do funerals. I believe you mourned when it happened, and it's dumb to do it again in a black tie. Somebody said, flowers will do. That's what some of the chat is saying. I mean, the chat is flying so fast.
I'm not going to my own funeral. Okay? I'm getting cremated.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So it's
what is happening?
I don't do funerals. I do not do them in no way, shape, or form. So if like I said, you can't tell people how to pay their respects. Even when Stacey was like, "Oh, you gotta go." No, you don't. And that don't mean I don't love that individual.
And I just want to tell you one other thing, right? And this is for anybody if you ever come when I do pass and whatever. Do not let nobody take no pictures of me in that goddamn casket.
No, I know. I don't
hate
like
that so bad.
I don't like that.
I don't want no pictures, no selfies,
I
no
hate
nothing.
that.
No, he's gone. Don't take no pictures.
Even
of
the
me.
new trend they got where the people die on Instagram, but then they turn around and go flop in the sky. Yo, like I ain't with none of that. Like why we need that?
Butterfly in the sky.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I can go twice as high.
The niggas' grandmothers flying off. Like I'm like, what are we doing?
I'm with you.
Yeah, and ain't nobody in hell.
Everybody flying up.
Ain't nobody going to hell.
Ain't nobody flying up. Everybody flying up. That's crazy.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning. This is Turkisa.
Hey, good morning. Talk to us.
Hello.
Hey, how y'all doing? Good morning, Jazz.
Good morning, girl.
Talk to us.
Okay, so I'm siding with Ashanti. She really don't owe him any more than what she gave him. She gave him a text. I don't know what the text entailed. We are not stuck with it. But when somebody's grieving, you really can't tell them how to grieve or tell them how to show up for you. Grief is a hard process. Healing is even harder. I lost my adult son in 2023, and you'd be surprised how many people fall away or fall back just because, oh, I didn't know what to say to you. I didn't know how to come to you.
That's
so
real,
that may be the case here. Yeah, and your grieving can't be conducive on how someone's showing up or how they're not showing up.
I'm definitely that person. I'm that person who, like, if somebody I love loses somebody that's very, very close to them, I don't know what to say to that individual. I really don't.
No, you're right. You're right. Like, what do you say when somebody lost somebody? Like you like this lady right here that lost a child. What do you say that's comforting? Like, other than I'm sorry, which you've heard 1,000 times, so you don't want to say that again.
Condolences to you and your family, sending you love and
light. I'm here if you need me. You want to talk. Sometimes they want to talk, but they don't know what to say. You know what I mean? You just tell a person
really
you're
there to
there.
talk because your life moves on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Don't say it unless you, and that's what I'm saying. You don't say it unless you are going to be there when that person calls you to vent or whatever, just to talk.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry for your loss, Mama.
Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Jess, real quick, before y'all hang up on me. DJ Evie, move your finger.
To move my phone. No, I ain't gonna hang up on you. I ain't gonna do that to you.
Man, how many times DJ Clue heard that?
Yo, shut up,
move
man.
your finger.
I'm gonna fight you, yo. See what you started, Mama. Go ahead. What's up, Mama?
So, Jess, you came to Virginia Beach for the Funny Bone in June.
Yes, ma'am.
I had tickets to go. Me and my sister were supposed to come see you. The same day, I ended up in ICU. I had massive blood clots in both of my lungs. I missed your show. My sister missed your show, of course. But I had a coloring book that my granddaughter and my daughter-in-law have created a line of coloring books.
Okay.
Black affirmations for young girls, young boys. Oh, it's beautiful. And I had one for your daughter.
Oh,
I still have that coloring book, and I would love to send it to you.
I would love to receive it.
I'm not gonna hang up on you. I'm gonna put you on hold.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get you the address.
Okay, and
so
real quick, it's on Amazon. Everybody check it out. Soraya's Stories.
Soraya's Stories. Spell Soraya for the people out there.
Sariyah.
Okay. Well, hold on, all right?
Stories. Thank you, baby.
There's no H. There's no H.
Oh, no H. Okay. Soraya Stories. All right. Well, and when I get it, I'll talk about it up here as well. Thank you, babe.
Nobody. Line three. She's on line three. Line three. No.
Clue always said that. Move your finger.
You found that funny?
Yo,
you thought that was funny?
That was funny.
You thought that was funny?
I'm sorry.
What's the moral of the story?
I believe Chris should have said I would have liked if she would have called me or visited me. But once again, we don't know how Ashanti felt.
Yeah.
And you can't tell anyone how to pay their respects, man. You just really can't. And then what Ashanti did is what she felt like she needed to do.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to the latest with Loren.
Loren becoming a straight fan.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes you have facts, sometimes you have details, sometimes you have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Alrighty, y'all. So T.Y. Savage was here on The Breakfast Club, and we talked to her a bit about Tyler and the colored conversation, which a lot of that unfolded here when Tyler was here and did not want to answer Charlamagne's question on her identity. Now, T.Y. answered our question. Let's take a listen to T.Y. Savage because people are really upset, including Tyler herself, about her answer. Let's take a listen. When the colored conversation was happening with Tyler, from your perspective, how did you feel about the conversation and just how she handled it and people's reaction to it?
I feel like two truths can be real at the same time. I don't really know what the first thing she said was that sparked the whole conversation, but I do know that from where she's from, they don't call her black.
They call her colored.
Colored because she's mixed. And I get why that would be such a huge thing here because of, the history behind that name. I think I felt for her a little bit because I feel like she's young. I don't think she means to come across like that. Where I'm from, when something like this happens, like they say the elder will come and say, on behalf of such and such, we apologize, That's what I feel like. If that wasn't communicated, I would like to say, on behalf of that, her or whatever, like, we apologize. Like, we didn't mean it. Forgive us.
I don't see anything wrong with what she said. I think she was standing up for her. Like she said, she's young. Tyler is young, and she probably didn't honestly, not saying didn't know how to answer the question, but it's different. American culture is very different from where they're from. She's from Johannesburg, South Africa, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
but T.Y.'s from Nigeria, so a lot of people's upset, and we're gonna get to Tyler because Tyler, even though she hasn't said I'm upset, she was on the global citizen stage and she took a shot back at the apology. But people's upset is, who are you to apologize? And if that is her experience, and she's not denying being black, she's just speaking from where she's from and how she's labeled. Who are you to correct that? And they feel like it's a cozying up to the Americans because people feel like that's why Tyler's album didn't do well, the project. But Tyler was on the Global Citizen stage over the weekend, and before she did a song called Mr. Media, which that song came out after she left the Breakfast Club. Not right after, but following.
That's a little
like it. It's cool.
Yeah.
This is the last time I'm going to help your little colored ass out there.
Well, the new thing is I spoke to I spoke to a representative for T.Y. Savage. And
Hold on, Lauren. So that when she said sorry, not sorry, that's not in the original song?
No, the song doesn't say sorry, not sorry. And actually the lyrics are about her. She talks about a lot in the lyrics, but some of the lyrics speak to people wanting to know who is she and what is she. And she's saying it's none of your concern.
Yeah.
But that's why fans grabbed it, because the song itself is about her shooting back at the media and saying, leave me alone. I talk about what I want when I want. But she opens that song saying sorry, not sorry. So fans are like, oh, that's a direct response because the apology happened and then she went on the Global Citizen stage.
So that was a direct ad lib. It's not in the song if we go download it right now.
No, it's not in the song. So from that, I reached out to T.Y. Savage's team because I'm wondering, have they spoken? What's going on? I talked to a representative for T.Y. Savage, who tells me that T.Y.'s intention was never to speak for others, but to approach the question she was asked with empathy. And I think, adding context to it, like you said, Jess, I think she just thought, I'm gonna be big homie, big sis in this situation, and like say maybe she didn't understand or you guys don't understand her.
She tried to help her homie and it wound up backfiring.
But they're not friends like that from what I'm seeing here, and from what I was told, they
her genre music. She tried to hold down her genre music and it backfired.
Yeah, and I think that's what T.Y.'s whole thing is like she's trying to hold it down for the girls that come after her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's all she meant to do. So I just wanted to let people know, that she says she wasn't trying to be disrespectful.
Okay.
Now, in other news, Kai Cenat, we've been talking a lot about him reaching his 1 million subscriber count. He cut the dreads.
He did. I seen yesterday.
It's not dreads, it's locks. They're called locks. It's a whole lifestyle. Like you see, like dreadlocks. Dreads, it's not really a good name. It's locks.
Yeah,
he cut them. He has a short cut down. Yep. So we have a photo of him here. He's smiling in the chair. He looks great.
I just got one
LeBron
question.
James.
He's so handsome.
I want to... What?
He's so handsome, Lil Kai.
He's handsome.
Oh, you said he's still handsome. I thought he still has them.
No.
The question is usually when people cut their dreadlocks off, right? You see the lines and it looks all crazy. How does it look so fresh so fast?
Because Kai don't really get his locks done like that.
Yeah, and it was grown out a bit. And his barber was
came
there.
in there and gave him a haircut.
Yeah,
but like every time Braun would cut the dreads, like he had somebody there, like doing the maintenance. Yeah, his locks would doing some maintenance to it. I got you. And then he had a barber cut his hair.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say he don't always get his hair locked. He don't always get his hair cut. He probably didn't get his locks done often, right?
It was grown out for sure.
Yeah. Because when you get them done too much, that's when you have the bulging of the scalp and then the lines and stuff.
Yeah. Braun also gifted Kai an AP, and he gave the whole crew some sneaks, his new sneakers that just dropped. But he did a motivational. Everybody does a motivational speeches. I want to close with that because his was really, really good.
Well, before we close, who was the nigga that did the split midair? Like that was
Talil.
That was very.
Talil was excited to see LeBron, and they were having. Yeah, he jumped up in.
Because they just had a still of it. I didn't see the actual video, but I'm like, yo, this nigga's high in the air for LeBron. That's what's up.
No, they were all really excited.
Okay.
I'll tell you what else was hilarious. When LeBron, they said yesterday that he wasn't going to be able to open Lakers training camp because of an issue with his glute. He came in there dancing and gritty.
He was having so much fun.
He was doing all types of moves yesterday when he walked in there.
He was checking his glutes out. All right.
But he can't. He's not there for Lakers training camp because of a glute issue.
This stream is so fun.
And he came on the stream doing booty workout. He was up there.
We gotta go, guys. We gotta go.
Dang, we have more, but okay.
We gotta go. All right. That's the latest with Loren. All right. Now, when we come back, we got the mix. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. I just want to salute to our Twitch streamers, all the Twitch fan. We need a name for our Twitch fan, man.
I know, yo.
The Breakfast Club.
Nah, we need.
They're part of the club. The Breakfast Club ain't just us in the room. It's
like the Breakfast
Clubbers
Clubbers or something like that. Like
something. It need to be a name,
like a name or something like. But they ride with us. They're saying like early risers. I'm on the chat right now.
Yeah, early risers. Like get creative with it, Baldy. Like
somebody said the waffles.
How about
the early
get us some
mornings?
followers? How much followers we got? Are we on there talking to 30 people?
Nah, we're talking to 900. Stupid. 900.
Oh, okay. But how many followers we got though?
You know I don't know how to look at this.
It ain't like he cares. And it ain't like he even give a f***.
I do. You gotta add a follower. You know what I'm saying?
I like early risers though. I think that's cute.
Oh, somebody said we got 5K.
Oh, we got 5K. Okay, that's cool.
That's good. So follow us at Breakfast Club AM because we just launched. Well, we only been up a week, right?
Yeah, we only been up a week.
I think that's dope.
Somebody said we got 5.7. All right. So yeah, somebody said the club bangers.
Club bangers.
No. See, people still envy Finger Crew. Like you just like
that's
no reason for that.
That's crazy.
He already got that. It's a few dudes from Queens. They've been playing Stinky Fingers since they've been kids. What you mean?
Morning Woodies. Not just the Morning Woodies. We'll figure out a name, but we
Morning Woodies.
We appreciate
it. Yo,
appreciate you guys.
Salute to my guy Woody who does mornings in L.A. Man. Salute to the Woody Morning Show.
The early birds.
Wow.
Well, anyway, yeah, you could definitely make sure you follow us on our Twitch, which is Breakfast Club AM. And we talk to you guys all morning long. Now, we got to salute Earthquake, comedian Earthquake, for joining us. He has a new Netflix special, Joke Telling Business.
And it's funny. Yo, now I know his first special was only about 20-25 minutes. I still have no idea why it was that short, but it was still short, sweet, and funny. This one is just under an hour. Yo, this nigga's hilarious. Why?
This is his actual special, though. I think the one you talking about, Jess, that was like a Dave Chappelle Presents, right?
Yeah, but yeah. Okay, yeah. But everybody else still did like a lot more time than him. That's why I was saying like he's funny. Like I'm on his show, so I'm like, damn, why I couldn't get a longer one. But that's neither here nor there. This one is funny and it's just under an hour, yo. Hilarious. Watch it.
All right, salute to Earthquake, man. OG in the game. Yeah, I'm happy. I can't wait to see his sitcom. I hope the sitcom gets the green light.
Yep, me too.
I'm happy about that. It's called Joke Telling Business, this stand-up special on Netflix.
Absolutely.
That is the beauty about comics, though. Comics are supposed to age like wine and cognac. They supposed to get funnier as they get older and get more life experiences. So when you see, I think about like Bernie Mac, or I think God Bless the Dead, or I think about like Miss Pat, people like Earthquake who get these opportunities when they get older. And they make the most out of them.
Yeah,
like it's the reason Miss Pat been on for 5 seasons. Like she's seasoned and experienced. Same thing with Earthquake.
And her show is good. Is actually good.
That's right.
Hey, I want to say happy born day to Aiden, man. Aiden is Miko Grimes' son. Aiden turns 15 today. Salute to you, young king. Happy born day. Please crush your mama out today, okay? She's earned it, all right? And she deserves it. Happy born day, Aiden.
Well, leave us on a positive note.
Well, first of all, I want to remind everyone the 5th annual Mental Wealth Expo is happening Saturday, October 11th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Joel and Diane Bloom Wellness and Event Center in Newark, New Jersey. It is a day of mental health education and healing. It is a free event. Dr. Alfie Breland Noble will be there. The good brother Jason Wilson, Debbie Brown, Dr. Jay Barnett, Angela Rye, Dr. Rita Walker, Corey Minor Smith, Elliot Connie, Deontay Wilder, Anita Kopax. A lot of people will be in the building, man. And like I said, it's a free event, a day of panels and networking and breakout rooms and all types of stuff. So go to mentalwealthexpo.com to register to be there. You don't have to register, but it's recommended. And we'll see you on October 11th. Now, the positive note is simply this. Surround yourself with people that push you to be better. No drama. No jealousy, no envy, no mess or chaos to drag you into, okay? Only be around people who have higher goals and positive energy. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?